When unboxing Obi, please start by grabbing Obi's base and removing Obi from the box. This ensures that you have the best grip on Obi and Obi's arm will not move freely. Once removed, take note of the contents of the box, including the large and small spoon, the power cable, and the switches used to activate Obi. Once all the contents have been removed from the box, please save the shipping box in case for any reason in the future you have to ship Obi back to us. This box is the safest way to protect Obi through that transport. To teach a new delivery location for Obi, please start by turning on the device. In order to do this, please move the arm into the position as shown. Once this has been completed, please touch the power button to power on Obi. Once done, Obi will raise, turn, and bow to you. And once this is complete, he will enter the ready position over bowl 1. Once in teach mode, the most important thing to take note of is properly covering the teach icon located on Obi's arm. Once your thumb is properly covering the teach icon, you will notice that Obi's motors release and move freely to allow you to teach the new delivery location directly in front of the user's mouth. If you attempt to teach a location outside of Obi's range, Obi will let you know by shaking its head no and flashing the teach button on Obi's base. If you attempt to teach an out-of-range delivery location by removing your thumb from the teach icon located on Obi's arm, Obi will fall. If left in this position for 10 seconds, Obi will power down. And please note, within this 10-second range, you can replace your thumb over the teach icon and continue to teach the new delivery location. While teaching, if you notice that Obi will not move, do not force it. Please look to make sure that your thumb is properly covering the teach icon, then see if the motors release properly. When teaching the new delivery location for the user, please note that you are able to teach below the table. Once the new delivery location has been achieved by placing the spoon directly in front of the user's mouth, not inside, exit teach mode by releasing your thumb from the arm, followed by your fingers, and touching the teach button located on Obi's base. Obi will exit teach mode and confirmatory nod the new position and ready itself over the bowl. Once a delivery location is set, the only other thing a caregiver must do is properly size and place food inside of Obi's bowl for eating. When preparing food to eat in Obi, food sizing is of the utmost importance. Please aim for about the size of a raspberry for any food you prepare to ensure that Obi can properly pick the food up with its spoon. Food texture is another thing to consider when preparing food to be eaten with Obi. Stickier foods like mashed potatoes or mac and cheese may result in larger bites just due to consistency. When plating food in Obi's bowl, please ensure to fill each bowl to the designated fill line. If you don't, Obi may experience empty spoonfuls as it thinks there's more food in the bowls than there actually is. Lastly, as the meal progresses, Obi is automatically programmed to reposition your food after a specific number of bites and cannot be triggered by the user. Obi was designed to be operated by accessibility switches that connect via a 3.5mm headphone jack. Any type of accessibility switch on the market that connects via headphone jack should work to operate Obi. For the user operating switches, there are only 2 controls that they need to toggle. One is the choose sequence, which moves the spoon around the bowl, and the second is the delivery sequence, which brings the spoon to the user's mouth. When a user operates Obi with only a single switch installed, Obi automates the choose process by automatically delivering 3 bites from one bowl before automatically advancing to the next. If you notice a large bite coming to you, you have the option to send it back rather than having to eat it. What this looks like is operating the deliver switch before Obi's spoon reaches the delivery location. Once operating that switch, Obi will bypass staying at the delivery location and will automatically bring the food back to the bowl, dump it, and wipe the spoon off. While eating, if for any reason a user, a caregiver, or even the table were to interact with Obi's arm, Obi is automatically programmed with a collision mode detection, which will allow it to detect that force and stop and back away. Once collision mode is activated, Obi will wait in this position until the user activates a switch, thus bringing the spoon fully to their mouth. Obi comes complete with 2 spoons, one large and one small, denoted here by the depth of the spoon. Choose the large spoon for things like liquids, so soups and stews, and the small spoon for drier things like pastas and fruits. Over time, using Obi will deplete the battery. As needed, charge the battery by inserting the power cable into the charging port and letting it charge for about an hour and a half. Once complete, Obi's battery should last between about 3.5 to 5 hours. For your convenience, Obi's plate was designed to be microwavable. Please microwave for periods less than 1 minute to ensure that you do not scorch or burn Obi's plate. To clean Obi, please wipe Obi's base and arm with a damp washcloth or disinfectant wipe. The plate, placemat, and spoon can all be placed in the dishwasher for convenient cleaning. Please note to not put Obi or any part of the robotic arm in the dishwasher. Obi is a home healthcare appliance that was designed to be used within the comfort of your own home, as well as on the go in places like restaurants or parties. At 7 pounds and battery operated, Obi is easily transportable to be used in your favorite locations. And please note when you go to restaurants to not let them put your Obi plate under the heat lamp. If you choose to travel with Obi, please use the shipping box that Obi came in to ensure that the robotic arm does not lose calibration. If an individual were to put Obi in a backpack, the arm swings freely, which allows for damage to the arm and the motors. When storing Obi, please take certain precautions, especially with regards to temperature. Obi's operating range is 55 to 85 degrees F or 13 to 30 degrees C. And as Obi falls outside of that range, Obi will not power on as a safety mechanism to protect the device. Therefore, if Obi is too hot or too cold, you will have to wait until it reaches room temperature. When long-term storing Obi, please take special consideration in regards to sunlight and humidity. Long-term sunlight exposure can cause Obi's plastics to fade, as well as long-term humidity exposure can cause